Hello, my name is Omo, and you're welcome to the Double Seven Show. On the Double Seven Show, we'll discuss with couples on the work that they do to ensure that their marriage is thriving. Today on the Double Seven Show, we are having the Iboyes on the show. The Iboyes are the typical celebrity couple. No, scratch that. Well, don't scratch it. The Iboyes are the definition of power couple. So definitely you want to stick around to hear what they have to say. Don't touch that dial. See you soon. Hello, my name is Omo, and you're welcome to the Double Seven Show.
Ọjọ́ ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń wá ẹni tí màá fẹ́. Àdúrà ti gbà àdúpẹ́. Ìyàwó ti dé mo ṣọpẹ́. I'm in love kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi sílẹ̀kẹ̀ ò ní fẹ́ tẹ́. Ìfẹ́ ìyá bá wa kalẹ̀. God bless the day I set my eyes on you. And everything I do now is for you. And just in case someone walks up to you and ask how long I plan to spend with you, tell them say forever, we'll always be together.
So welcome back, guys, to the Double Seven Show. And today we have the Iboyes on set. The Iboyes are a very interesting couple because one of them is a king and the other is a queen. There's no other way to do so. Funto and Kiade Iboye, aka Gaze Baba, Gaze Mama or Gaze Sisi.
Gaze babe.
Gaze babe. So what happens when a girl child comes? What will she be called?
Gaze girl child. GGC.
Eh?
Gaze girl child.
Okay. When you guys fight, I say when because fight happens in marriages. When you guys fight, how do you resolve it?
How do we resolve it? I say sorry or you say sorry, and we make love and make up.
Well, must there be love in the settling of the fight?
Unite. Let me be serious.
Yes, we start from six, but it's good. I mean,
So really, that's really what we do. Most of the time.
you fight, you sex,
And then we make up and move on.
like you fight,
As if
you make up, you sex, and move on.
Yes.
Or
We fight, we say sorry.
don't mind me, I know how I use it like that.
We fight, we say sorry. No, we fight, we form. I'm wrong, I'm right. We don't talk for a few hours or a few days.
A
Sometimes.
few days.
Have you done a few days?
The earlier part of
And when we first got married, like maybe first a few months by married, but now it's a few hours.
like 1 or 2. We've done 2 days.
Done 2 days. Resurrection on the third day. When they resurrect, pardon me.
Yeah, so we fight, we form, then we say sorry, then we make love, we make up, and we move.
What do you fight about?
Different things. Sometimes serious, most times not serious.
Most
I
times
don't
not
even remember
serious.
what to fight about.
Well, most times not serious.
Yeah, there are a few. I think people fight over serious things not often. When
not
it's serious stuff, maybe be talking about it. Because, I mean, it's hitting you like deep. You know, I feel it's usually like small stuff.
Small things like,
You can't remember. It's usually like small
maybe like,
stuff.
why didn't you buy the toothpaste that I like? I did not see the toothpaste.
Sorry, who's asking that kind of question?
No. Why did you use my airbrush? Why is your hair in my airbrush?
So, of course, as you said, it's easy to reconcile the small stuff. But when you now get to the serious stuff, how do you resolve the serious stuff?
What? I'm trying to remember a big stuff where I actually had a misunderstanding over.
I can hardly remember, well, usually very agreeable on
Most big things.
critical things.
The school our children should go, the
No-brainer.
house we should live in.
We have conversations, so
Yeah.
we can have, I think differently, but all those thinking differently is in the middle of conversation.
Okay.
So okay, we should buy this car, we should not buy this car. This is why I don't think we should buy this car. That kind of stuff. Or we should live here. I don't even think we really discussed we should live here, we should not live here. Nah. Just usually all those like big decisions. It's no
It's not
just
fights. I could just have
yeah,
conversations.
converse.
If I don't
Figure
agree,
it out.
doesn't agree. We reel out our points. Okay, this is why I don't agree. This is why this will not work. This is why this will work.
And
And then
then
we
if we
come
have
to
not
it.
agreed yet, you think over it.
Yeah.
You know,
We
often
brood over it.
one person
pray
thinks
over
and realizes
it.
actually they are right. So it's usually critical stuff like pretty much agreed with.
Okay. So I know you guys have this. Number one, you guys can be classified as a celebrity couple.
Gang,
That's
gang,
relative.
gang.
I know,
Gang, gang,
but
gang.
I can say that at least you can
Don't
be
be serious.
classified as a celebrity couple. Because, and by that I mean a lot of your things, a lot of your are out there. People know
Okay.
photo and this, you know, like that. And one of the things that you are celebrated for, that you put out there, is your no sex until marriage stuff. 28 years of virginity
Virginity
poured
to pour
into
into.
one
They are
girl.
finished pouring the whole
Products
20
to show
years.
for it. With
Eh?
fruits to show for it.
with fruits
They
to show
poured
for
the
it.
whole 28
And this is how many years after? 5, going to 6 years after. Okay.
Shit.
What made you guys come out strong on that subject?
We're individually strong on the subject. We didn't decide to be
That
strong
will
on
be
the subject.
strong,
I was
yeah.
strong on subject individually as a single. She was individual as a single even before we met. So there wasn't
Coming together made you
debate
stronger.
about it. It was just, oh, you're like this, oh, cool. Because I was gonna only be with someone who was like that. You know, it was a.
I think you should clarify, like, is it that you're only going to
I
be
was
someone
only gonna
who's
get married to a
a
virgin.
virgin?
You were only going to get married to a virgin.
If that's
Yeah.
not a virgin,
Why?
you're not a man.
So, yeah, really?
Yeah, I mean, I told God when I got into the covenant of purity, I was 16. I was 15. I was 15 when I got into covenant of purity. It was
Okay.
like 2 years after. Yeah, about 2-3 years after that I then became like really
Serious.
serious with my walk with God. Now at that time, I then told God in personal conversation, like, see, I cannot keep myself like this. And then when I'm going to get married, it's not someone that has been doing anyhow since.
But there's nothing wrong with
Wherever. No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a personal thing. No, you can. I don't have. So, if you get married as a virgin, you're not better than someone who didn't get married.
Same.
Now, why are you saying there's nothing wrong with it?
No, there's nothing
No,
wrong.
there's nothing
I'm coming.
wrong.
Let me. I'm making it clear because you asked me why
Yeah.
did I say I'm gonna. I had to get married to a virgin. It was personal. I was keeping myself as a virgin. I told God, see, I'm not even looking for a blessing. Bless me because I'm doing this. The one thing I want from you, as I'm keeping myself for you, wherever she is, better I'm keeping myself too.
And just in case someone walks up to you and asks how long.
So, both of you were Jews. I'm sorry, for those of that do not know, being a Jew at something means you are a learner, you are a beginner, a novice. That's the word. Both of you are novice at sex.
Yeah.
A lot of guys there that want to be pure, girls that want to be waiting, pure, and then, but the fear that the society says is that, so wait, you now be goofing anyhow and all and all. What's your take on that? I mean, sex, how was it when you got there? Did you know what you had to do? Did you?
well, what I usually tell, because like I said, I engage young people a lot. I get to work with teenagers, you know. So I mean, these are questions that they're always thinking about. So I always say that everybody starts from Jew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even the one that did it before marriage.
Everybody starts from Jew. The difference is you use other people. Some people use other people to learn, and I believe, as a Christian that I am, that God's intent is that you learn with your spouse. You know, because something is people should also understand, or young people should also understand, is that everyone is an individual. So even when you learn with this person, and then you end up with this person, or you learn with these people, and you end up with this person, you're gonna have
So
to
I have to
learn
learn this person's preferences, desires,
all
and
of that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when people talk about would you be will we be sexually
Compatible.
or what they're trying to say is I've done many, and so there's no how do I put it? Let me find a way to put it. I am sexually compatible with my wife because my wife is my only experience of sex that I have.
And that's not boring.
Are you freaking kidding me? It's
I'm
new every morning.
Shit.
Just get what I'm saying.
Melodies.
So it's like,
Oh yeah, I knew you were going there when you were saying making melodies. That's why I said the
It's
melody
like-
this guy is making is not the melody you are talking about.
so I'm saying sexual compatibility comes into the question when you have things to compare with, or when you have experiences to compare with. Yeah. So I have the privilege of not having to compare my sexual experience with my wife with anyone.
Anybody.
Past, present, future.
Amen.
Amen.
Madam Melody. Please let's
Yeah,
talk this
sorry,
melody very
yeah.
well. So as you said, you've been saying it that it's now a melody. You make melody. In other words, it's sweet because melody is well arranged, packaged music. It's not noise, right? So how did you guys go from novice, learner,
to melody?
It is melody, and you are producing hits back to back, back to back.
Okay, so I like to say that sex.
Basically, I'm asking the pleasure part of sex. I mean,
Okay, I get you. So, but I like to usually say that sex is like learning how to drive. Learning how to have sex is like learning how to drive. So, in the initial stage of learning how to drive, like you're still a novice, you're scared of going into an express road, you're scared of you just driving your street or in a field, and that's really how it
So
is.
just play safe.
Exactly, just
You don't explore.
you're not doing any style, you're not doing, but as you begin to progress in your driving skill, you begin to go to the
Driving
express. You go to the express, and then as you get better, you begin to now, as you're driving on express, you're driving without
Whether you are the
hands.
driver or the
Or the driver, exactly. You're driving without your hands. You can be looking sideways and be going. You can move your hands from the steering. You basically become till you become an expert in driving. So you did not just start out, pick up a car and just knew how to drive it. You started from the beginning when you didn't know anything, and then you were scared, you were afraid, and that's really how it is. Well, that is really how it was for us. I don't know about other people, right?
Yeah, so we learned.
okay. There's a melody you guys made together at one time. I want you to make the melody again. Oh no, sorry, don't worry. I fẹ́ lọ sí Dubai.
A fẹ́ lọ sí Dubai.
I fell asleep Dubai.
A máa lọ sí Dubai.
I'm all Dubai.
Bella máa gbé wa lọ.
Bella máa gbé wa lọ.
Nàìjíríà máa gbé wa lọ.
Nàìjíríà máa gbé wa lọ.
Kí la máa ṣe níbẹ̀?
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 Shopping after shopping.
Shopping after shopping.
Eating after eating.
Eating after eating.
Knacking after knacking.
Snacking after
That's what
snacking. I don't mind it.
No.
That's what you want to
It's
do.
not. It is. In fact, interestingly, what if that's what I really wanted to hear? The part of that thing that was crazy and hilarious was when you guys are backing each other. All of a sudden, when you got to that, you just turned at her and then.
Yeah.
All right, don't mind me. So, trivial questions. Funta's favorite color. You say her favorite color. She says.
Yeah,
All those things.
we don't have favorite
I
color.
don't used to. One for most of those things. I think maybe we don't have.
So why gold?
Why gold? I just wanted to do something different.
Okay.
That would stand out, and because I'm in the entertainment industry, so I just wanted I'll start on
Being
just
boring.
normal. Just normal. I wanted something just a bit. I need to touch it up again, by the way.
So you are in the music business.
Yeah.
Very engaging, very time consuming, production, recording, and you have a thriving interior decoration business. By the way, guys, the studio that we are seated in, all of this space is called 528, and the CEO of
528 interiors.
528 Interiors, and the CEO of 528 Interiors Limited is no other than Mrs.
Gang,
Funke
gang, 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 gang.
And I know that that business is equally demanding. How do you guys cope, particularly with kids and yourself?
First is really understanding our priorities, right? So yes, we both run thriving businesses or thriving careers, but we know that after God, our family comes next, right? So understanding that priority and giving attention to those priorities, and also majorly, I think what also really helps is getting help when needed. So delegating things that can be delegated. So for instance, yes, we have kids, but we have an housekeeper who takes care of the kids when we are home. Have a what's it called, a timetable. Excuse me. So everything that she needs to do when it comes to food or taking care of the house is already stated out. So she knows what she's doing on Monday, knows what she knows what. So I literally get home at the end of the long day and food is ready because there's a timetable of what should be made. So that has really taken a lot of pressure off of me when it comes to the home front, right? And then when it comes to work, also, I have staff. Staff also can delegate things that can be delegated. We have a driver that drives us around, so I can sleep in the car, walk in the car.
Drives you. Drive myself, man. I like driving myself.
Let me see you. Let me see you. Let me see you. And then the guy again. So yes, I can sleep in the car, walk in the car while I'm being driven, right? So it wasn't like we got married and we started a business and we had all of this. We had to grow into there was a time in our lives when there was no driver. I had to drive myself, but it became
there was a time in our lives when there was no car.
Exactly. So it became really stressful, really tiring. It was taking a toll on myself, on our marriage, obviously, and family. So we had to basically, what are things we need to do?
Not because of work, it's because you don't like driving.
Well, I don't like driving, but the work became so much that I needed a driver.
And Lagos traffic.
Exactly. So if I didn't get a driver, I'd have been a very grumpy wife. Like, about driving myself in Lagos, I'll be getting grumpy, upset, shouting on everybody for no reason. Do you see? So you're just putting those systems in place that can help us. So I get home, my food is ready. I can go and take my bath or do whatever. I can rest and then be ready for my husband.
Be ready. But the way you are emphasizing, you seem to have a very special incense for melody, for oil, for be ready for my husband. Okay.
No, she pretty much support system.
A good support system, really. Understanding
Aburos that you can call sometimes to just what's happening now. If you come to the house, come for like 3 days.
So that we can go out or travel or stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so. We have blessing of people.
You just dropped here, man. But I appreciate
an awareness.
I appreciate that. I can it was phobia and Funtos was like, okay, this phobia. No, seriously. Rats, any rodent.
Rats.
Rats is too far.
She will disappear.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, it's a casting.
Angola boy is like that. Angola boy takes
It doesn't have.
For all those kind of things. But your love is our second son, Fearless.
She fearless girl.
And he's not the one that's not GB. He's the one that's GB. You get.
Okay. What's your phobia? Nothing have phobia. What's your phobia?
I don't
really.
Don't know if he has phobia.
Mr.
I don't have fear of flight. I don't have fear of height.
Okay, what's one food your husband doesn't eat?
He doesn't eat. He doesn't like it ever. He doesn't eat ewedu. I've never made ewedu for him before.
Ewedu was my favorite soup when I was.
He ate it too much.
I think I ate it too much. I've eaten enough ration for my
for your entire life.
I did check.
And just in case someone walks up to you and asks how long.
All right. Okay, let's talk on family business or business, doing business together as a couple. I'm aware that you are very involved at some extent in his business, and he's also equally involved.
I think, yeah, Miss Bam.
It's an awareness. You can
I'm his backup singer in the melody.
Share your awareness.
In the melody.
I'm interested in your awareness.
Anyways, the question is doing business together or doing business as a couple. How has that been for you guys?
We don't do business as a couple. We're aware of what's going on in both business. You know, we're both shareholders in both business.
I'm a director, he's a director.
But beyond, for most people, it's just paper, and all of that. But we're aware and involved. I mean, we both interviewed my assistant when I wanted to employ an assistant. This was just my first employment ever. I mean, I've never worked
so I had to
corporate. I've never worked in a corporate.
You said there was a lady, you have to be there.
There were two. There was a guy, there was a lady. But we handled the interview together and picked the lady. And if we have not gotten any recruitment rights, we got that one. We got that one right if we do say so. Things that have to do with what you call the running of an office.
Administration.
Yeah, but all these technical legal things like CLASA, like rent, dealing with the property owner and stuff when it comes to 528 interiors, I handle all of that. So she doesn't know anything like going on in LASA.
I know what it is.
Okay, because I tell you what has happened. But she does not know where the LASA office is.
I know where the LASA office is. It's secretariat.
It's not a secretariat. It's a local government.
That's the local government in Ikeja. Secretariat.
Local government is there. I thought it was a clear. So that's where their head office is. But the one that deals with getting boards and stuff is in local government. So I handled all of that. Set up the NEPA, all those utilities and all that stuff. Because I'm better in stuff like that. I'm better with knowing when to speak English, when to speak Pidgin, when to speak Yoruba.
You better be relating with all those external
Nigeria people. So I sabi those things. So
street.
Okay, yes, that's how people. Yeah, I'm more street. She grew up in Lagos.
I'm more highway.
Yeah, more melody wise.
Yeah, more expert.
Yeah.
So we're involved and aware in.
So let's talk about attractions to the opposite sex. Since you guys celebrated virginity, you have no sex until marriage, and you like melody and all of that. So, have you guys ever had to deal with the issue of temptations and attractions to the opposite sex? And when you had to, how did you deal with it?
How did you deal with it?
Talked about it.
It has happened before.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious.
You're curious of which way? You're curious of which way? On whose side?
I'm very curious. Come on. Both sides. You've been attracted to another babe.
No. Okay. So you guys are, you are one flesh, but you are still two people. Yeah. So there can be, let's say there's a lady I'm working with. Yeah. In whatever capacity. Now, within myself, within all of my being, there's one thing. Yeah. And I operate with that knowledge. And if my wife is uncomfortable, if my wife just has questions, if my wife is now I can use my knowledge of knowing there's nothing to discard how she feels. If there's a lady or there's a guy and you don't, as the spouse, you don't feel anything, even some jealousy and some zone protection is necessary, is needed to get. If there's absolutely no worry and no care, then it means there's no. Do you get what I'm saying? There has to be some level of how far. I need to be sure that
Protecting our
so
church.
how
do you get what I'm
you-
saying? So I've learned that I am sure that there's nothing going on is not enough. You need to make sure that your spouse is convinced or aware.
You must communicate. As the saying,
Do you
Lord,
get what I'm saying?
justice doesn't only have to be done, it must be seen to be manifestly done. So that's what you're trying to
You
say.
know, and the same applies the other way as well. And I also feel that, and I heard my mentor say this too, say if a husband or a wife, and I've told you before, cannot tell, he said if there's a husband and a wife, and the wife cannot tell the husband, babe, like that. There's this guy, so it's fine. It's like, and you cannot tell
Your
your
wife
husband.
or your
He
spouse.
said the devil is just waiting for that couple. Do you get? And there's so for instance, if my wife asks me this person, how far? So part of my assurance is to say, okay, no, see, this one is absolutely no form of attraction here. It's just work. Yeah.
And have you ever had to ask?
I've never had to ask, but she's talked to me before.
Okay, you've been in that situation where there was somebody. Excuse me, ma.
Excuse
Oh,
you,
because
you're
prophecy.
excused.
Hold up. Excuse me,
You're
ma.
excused. You're excused out of this show.
Beautified women of virtue, disciples of nation, queen
Exactly.
of the Youre dynasty.
Yeah.
You have been attracted to
flesh
another guy.
and blood.
Excuse me.
Human
Wait,
being.
first of all, what was the reason for the attraction?
It's not your way.
No reason. The guy was just a bloke. He just stood for the guy.
It's just that now I have a reason to
It doesn't, don't mind me. So, I know, because I know that my guy is a fine boy. So I'm wondering
Yeah, he's a
how,
very
why?
fine boy. But that's the thing. So I think that's the thing. In a lot of couples, they don't really think about these things, because the truth is there'll always be someone finer than your spouse. There'll always be someone more attractive, more intelligent, more, and that is why you need to be really grounded, one in Christ, and be really have values. Do you see? So yes, I think that. So yes, for me, it was a work relationship. It was a client that I was working with. And there's no reason for the attraction. It's just an attraction that came. And, the enemy would always try to, because how they say that sin thrives in secrecy. So it's always important, like what he said, you and your spouse should be able to have this kind of conversations where you're like, oh, babe, so there's this guy, this is how I'm feeling towards this guy, and then you can now talk sense and the feelings can disappear. Every time it talks the sense and so the feelings can go. If you're not able to have that kind of conversation with your spouse, then that means there's something wrong in your communication. There's something wrong in your friendship. There's something wrong with that union because if
Akiade was to be left in an island, what's the one thing you think you know what to do without?
his phone,
His phone. The phone was left in an island. What is the one thing she knows to do without?
for my hand, for
Something that can play music.
That can play music. Because she cannot play music. Really?
Because she worships with music, with playing music.
Okay.
With playing, she used to play music. To worship, to pray. And she's been praying a lot.
So as
Something I can play.
Okay.
and I said my phone too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
figure.
will be the phone, but you have to be specific what
What I'll be using it for.
you know, because when you say because the phone right now is no longer just a means of communication. The phone is many things. You design, you do a lot of stuff. So the question is, what do you do most on your phone after social media? That's for 90% of people now. Because social media is like what everybody does most.
All right. Favorite spot, like hangout, destination.
Okay, SPOT.
Yes. SPORT.
That was like
Yes, but just
Eh?
that is our favorite.
Why are you normal? Come on, let me say it in English. This babe is not normal. No, if you know this babe, she carry fire for head. She's fire and if you heard what she said.
Fire.
Okay, so don't worry.
What makes you think they didn't know what she said?
I did say it and I don't want to repeat it, so I think that's it. But really, I think it's interesting that you have that. You can be mommy Gio today, and you can be Delilah tomorrow.
I'm not Delilah.
I'm joking.
Even inside the joke, she got
Alright. Favorite sport?
She's the lady in Songs of Solomon.
I'm the lady.
Favorite
Because the lady in Songs of
Favorite
Solomon was actually
sport.
more raw. That I don't have to do anything. I don't know why you keep using the
Favorite sport?
What's our favorite sport?
the sport you don't use.
Final question as we show. Final question.
And just in case someone walks up to you and asks how long.
Now I'm going to flip it. Usually I've said that, okay, sing for your wife. And your wife, recite a
This is
poem
before.
recite a poem with your husband's one of your favorite attributes of your husband.
No, the husband will give her a word to recite a poem with. Okay, sorry, I'm the one that recites a poem.
No. So right now I'm flipping it because you're a musician. I mean, you're a performing artist and all that. So I'm flipping it because you like melody. Please look at your husband.
Melody in my heart. There's a melody in my heart.
Thank God, really, Phil. You do your melody. Please sing your.
We're ahead of the game.
Yeah. You have to sing.
You are like Elijah. Don't wait for the rain.
Exactly.
Good. Just sing. Phones up, please sing.
You are the love of my life.
Next line.
You are not the hope that I cling to.
You see, I was going to say that, but that's a Jesus song. Just look for another song. So you be singing water, singing, sing anything.
Just go to the next line after that one. You can sing that one to me.
You mean you don't mean more than Jesus means more than this
Yeah, I
one.
don't remember what this word.
Jesus means more than this one. Now you Jesus.
I don't understand.
You mean the world. Jesus means more than
So you can trade me for the world. That's what I mean.
Still praying for your one of your favorite attributes of photo as wife or as anything. Like just put it together. One of your favorite attributes, making the poetry or spoken words, since that's something you do easily.
Yeah, my bread.
and I'm hungry.
Then I'm hungry.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
You're my anchor. Life station. And even though it's difficult for you to say.
You are not looking at me. Look at your wife. You are looking at me as if.
Even though it's difficult for you to say.
Even though it's difficult for you to say.
You mean more than this one. Okay, I said it to you. You mean more than this
I
one.
said it.
You mean more than this one to me.
No, hold it. You will not do peck in this case. You have started it. Are you done with your point?
I don't understand.
Are you
What
done
do
with
you
your
want?
point? You kiss on
One
camera.
melody.
No, there's no melody. You just kiss on camera. There's a melody you had now. You just kiss on. Don't slam.
If kiss like this is
Those
peck,
of you
peck
that
is
know on the show, we
kiss,
kiss
peck,
when we kiss.
peck, peck.
My
This is not
episode.
when we kiss.
Exactly.
You kiss when you kiss.
Okay.
Your wife
So
will
you
go behind
kiss
camera.
on camera. So we have our own episode. We've kissed. No way.
Yes,
Are you
you are
relaxed?
the owner of the show.
Kiss on camera to me. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Omo, and you're welcome to the Double Seven Show.
Ọjọ́ ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń wá ẹni tí màá fẹ́. Àdúrà ti gbà àdúpẹ́. Ìyàwó ti dé mo ṣọpẹ́. I'm in love kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi sílẹ̀kẹ̀ ò ní fẹ́ tẹ́. Ìfẹ́ ìyapa wà kalẹ̀. God bless the day I set my eyes on you. And everything I do now is for you. And just in case someone walks up to you and ask how long I plan to spend with you, tell them say forever, we'll always be together.
I told you it was going to be that exciting. I told you that they're a power couple. I told you they were going to be silly. Well, I didn't mean that, but I'm sure you saw how real that they were on the show and the lessons that they shared, even though in that jocular, playful manner. I'm sure you got the point. And that is why you should please subscribe to our channel, comment on this video, like, and share this video. So until we see you next time, stay blessed.
And just in case someone walks up to you and ask how long I plan to spend with